In this video, I'll summarise the plot of The Importance of Being Earnest in about 4 minutes and give you an analysis of the story. Okay, let's get started with the introduction. The play opens in Algernon Moncrieff's London home, where he entertains his friend Jack Worthing. Jack reveals that he leads a double life. He is responsible for his young ward Cecily in the countryside, but pretends to have a wicked brother named Ernest so he can escape to the city. Algernon confesses to having a similar trick, using an imaginary invalid friend named Bunbury to avoid social obligations. Jack is in love with Gwendolen Fairfax, Algernon's cousin, but she insists she could only love a man named Ernest, believing the name conveys sincerity. Jack plans to be christened under that name, but his hopes are dashed when Lady Bracknell, Gwendolen's mother, questions his background and refuses to approve their engagement upon learning he was abandoned as a baby in a handbag at a railway station. At Jack's country estate, Cecily is fascinated by the stories of Jack's supposed brother Ernest. Algernon arrives, pretending to be this non-existent brother, and quickly charms Cecily, who has already imagined herself engaged to Ernest. Like Gwendolen, Cecily insists she could only love a man with that name, so Algernon also decides to be christened as Ernest. When Gwendolen visits unexpectedly, she and Cecily initially bond but soon clash, after realising they are both engaged to Ernest. The situation becomes even more absurd when Jack and Algernon return, and their deceptions are exposed. Though Gwendolen and Cecily are furious, they forgive the men upon learning that both were willing to change their names for love. Their happiness is short-lived when Lady Bracknell arrives and forbids Jack and Gwendolen's marriage, though she suddenly supports Algernon and Cecily's engagement after discovering Cecily's large inheritance. Jack refuses to allow Cecily to marry Algernon unless Lady Bracknell consents to his own engagement to Gwendolen, creating a deadlock. The mystery of Jack's origins is unexpectedly solved when Miss Prism, Cecily's governess, enters, and Lady Bracknell recognises her as the woman who accidentally left a baby in a handbag years ago. It is revealed that Jack is actually Algernon's long-lost older brother, and that he was originally named Ernest at birth. This revelation makes him an acceptable match for Gwendolen, as he now has both family status and wealth. The play ends with Jack humorously declaring that he has finally realised the importance of being earnest, as his real identity aligns with the deception he created. Wilde uses the play to mock Victorian social conventions, particularly those related to marriage, class and status. Lady Bracknell represents the hypocrisy of the upper class as she deems Jack unworthy of her daughter simply because of his unknown origins, yet she immediately approves of Cecily for Algernon once she learns of her wealth. The character's obsession with names and appearances over genuine qualities highlights the absurdity of social expectations. Wilde satirises the idea that love and marriage are dictated by superficial factors, exposing the contradictions within high society's rigid structure. The play explores the tension between social obligation and personal freedom through characters who construct false identities to navigate their lives. Jack and Algernon both adopt deceptive personas, Jack as Ernest and Algernon as a fake brother, allowing them to lead double lives and evade societal restrictions. This theme is reinforced by the irony that Jack's deception turns out to be unnecessary, as he was Ernest all along. Wilde uses this twist to undermine the idea that identity is fixed or meaningful, suggesting instead that names and social labels are arbitrary. The humour in the play comes from the characters' willingness to embrace deception, only for the truth to reveal how inconsequential their lies truly were.